plant lovers in YouTube, it's Cara once again, and welcome back to my channel. It's Cara.inhousegreen. You can follow me on my Instagram with the same address. We are in my conservatory and I have rearranged things as well in here. This video, by the way, is just an update concerning my orchids. All in all, my chair was normally there and then I moved it. If we go in this side first, so this is my, God, forgot the name. Where's the name? Oh, anyway, I'm gonna put the name on here somewhere there down below. So it is growing well, and it's just one new growth there shooting up. So yes, I have just finished my holiday for a week and I didn't go anywhere. We didn't go anywhere, which is just so grateful I didn't, because it's just keep raining and raining and mostly the entire week in here. And now I'm back to work this week and this is my day off, and look at that. See, sunshine is so bright. I don't know if it happened to you. It's mostly happened to me that every time on my day, on my holiday, everything is just rain. So yeah, I'm grateful today. My day off is just sunshine, because mostly as well it's raining. Anyhow, well, we can't stop the rain. I love rain because I'm collecting collecting the rainwater for my plants. She's growing. And then my other cattleya as well. Let's move you, and as well growing. It doesn't show any new growth, but if you could see, there is I always cannot put this back. It's probably that's why I keep losing tags, and you can see that the roots are growing nicely. I do plan to repot them, but I got lots of things to do for a repot as well. And my Digbyana is having a sheath, but I can't see any swelling on that sheath just yet. This other guy, which has no name, it's not too bad. It's growing and it's got some two new growth. And this was my nearly throw this away, because it was a very big plant, but then it kept having this problem like that, and I thought it was something going on to the plant, the system of itself. But when I cut them, there's nothing that I could see that signifies disease, because this one is always in here in a conservatory, and somewhere there's not much heat and it doesn't like a bit of cold. So if you have this plant, he hates cold, doesn't like it. Come on. Yeah, so that's a plant. I don't know if you could see it. It's growing. I could see when I just repotted it again twice, I've seen new roots out there. And this is the plant that I have bought for my, was it my Christmas? Something like that, 2 years ago. And is it? I can't remember. It's on my video. Anyhow, it's the Cymbidium with the pink color, and it's got 3 new growth there. That one and the other one there. So oh no, that one there. There leaves everywhere there. So 3 new growth. That's the one, the other one there, and then this one here. So yes, I'm hoping that it would flower. It didn't flower for me this year, and they're all kind of a way growing, a sign of life. That one, which every time it's got mature, always give me flowers, and that is the Comet King. And this is what I love about this plant. Now I can't take it off. There's floribundum epidendrum, and it is have another new shoots there. This hasn't flowered this year, but this is that new growth. And this, God knows when it's gonna flower. I think I bought it quite young, and it's growing. It's not dead yet. And another one's not dead yet. And yeah, this is the Rene Marquet. And are you growing, Rene? Are you? I think, of course, it is growing. Don't be silly. So there's a new growth there, if you could see. Yep. And this one hasn't flowered me for this year, and is that it's new growth, and another new growth there, but provide me flowers. This is soaking at the minute, so it's got another new growth, which I love about. And this one, I've seen a growth here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So this is the one that I can't read the writing, and I said to myself that I'm gonna rewrite it, but when? Another Cattleya that's no name, and this is the white, just the Dendrobium nobile with no ID, just white flowers, slight tinge of pink. My Dendrobium anosmum, which hasn't flowered. This plant doesn't flower. It was heavily infested with thrips again, and I just neglected my plants for the last year. God knows, I cannot explain. And the thrips just ate the new buds, and it just did not move from then. And then, you know, it ate it all. And this one has just having some roots, so it's not too bad. And my Renanthera, it's flowering so beautifully, and this is my first flower, first bloom, and one has already dropped from there, and I never realized it's a very tiny flowers. How I wish it's bigger flower, but this, the other side of it, it's bigger. And I think if fertilize this orchid, I ran out of fertilizer, you know, the flowering fertilizer for orchids, and then I just bought another bottle because I've run out, and I've just started putting some what's this, some fertilizer. So that is a side view, if you could focus. It's not loving the life. Yes, it is. And one of it in this side that has dropped, and I've done it, I knock it down. and look at those buds. You know, sometimes I wish they will open it like at the same time. It would be a good display, but I don't know if yours does that. If you have this orchid, does yours flower all at the same, I mean open their buds at the same time? Well, this is my first in bloom, and it didn't. So yeah, I am what's this, I am more attracted to flowers that got some spots and patterns. So this is the beautiful orchid, and we'll go move to that side. There's nothing going on in this side, it's just new growth. My other Cattleya, which is the kind of fuchsia kind of flower, and it's gorgeous. My Papia pedalum, the Pinocchio, it didn't do nothing after it flowered for me. Those growth are mine. The old one died. Had enough of me. And this one has a I've looked at on the side, and there is a spike somewhere here. You know, when you water your orchids and you're just being nosy on those sides, yeah, that's This is the Karen Carpenter, and I cannot put them back. Yeah, that's Piggy Ruth Carpenter. Karen Carpenter. It's the singer. So Ruth Carpenter. So that's the orchid. And this one, I nearly throw this away because of the you know, these leaves is just horrid. And when it's got new growth, the leaves are so clean, I can't see anything wrong, so it stayed. It's probably sensing it. And this one hasn't done any flowers, but then it's growing. That is tiny, which is growing. This is just my what's this, Phalaenopsis, and that hasn't given me any flower, any spike at all. I don't know if it would. And it's having new growth. This is soaking. Look at how I neglected my orchids. We dropped all the leaves, and look at that. It's so, please don't tell me off. Well, you can if you want to. And this guy has really flowered a lot. I took a picture of it, and I'll just put them on the screen if I could find it, if I really did. But it did flower me more than it had before. And there's another one that I wanted to, that's the Dendrobium. Yeah, you could read that, can you? So I am planning this to repot. There's another one that I'm planning to repot. I mean, like to, I don't want them in a pot, but then I want them on my what's this, cork. And my Phalaenopsis, just the ordinary one. It's, I nearly bought type of Phalaenopsis, type species kind of a thing, because this is a hybrid, you can tell, but it's the same type of color, so I've stopped. And yeah, and this is how I wish they will open all of them at once. And very big leaves. This is what's wrong with Phalaenopsis, you know, when they so they tend to have bigger leaves and you got no space. And my golden boy, and it is in growth out there, a new one. My other what's this, the Digbiana, I have repotted it. It was in a plastic cup like this, in a semi-hydro, which I showed you, and then it's come bigger, and the new growth was just pressed into the cup, so I have repotted the guy. And this one is just honestly frustrating. It's kind of annoying. That's the one. Look at that. Since when I bought this, 2016, and it's still and this one is kind of frustrating. If you could tell how I neglected this plant, is just shedding shedding all the leaves, which it should have not, because that's the first thing they drop, just to save the new growth. And that is my new growth there, and infested with thrips, but the new growth hasn't. Yep, that's me. And my Twinkle, and my Encyclia Jarek Canary, which is not false. I wanted to go back to the cellar, but never mind, and it's growing out there. And it has a spike, but obviously it was meal by the thrips have decided to have it for a meal. And another new growth there, and there was new growth on that side, but look at that, it's pressing, constricting because of the pots. There's another one's for repot. I should put a sticker for those plants that needs repotting. And this is my I forgot to write down when did I bought this plant, and it's been for me for a longest time. And this one, if you see, that's not from thrips, this is from the cold burn. So that's the rest of this side, and we'll go on that side. My big mama is soaking for some drink, and she's still growing. Look at her very big flowers. I just went to the shop to where I bought some of my plants, and this is where I bought it from, and it went for sale again on the shelf, and there's a lot of them. So if you are quite attracted to this lip, so try your local shop, it might be there by now. And the thing is, I could have bought another version, but the thing, it was the same color like this. So look at the other one, and it's growing this, look, new growth from the old spike. Are you growing from that spike? No more. So that's the thing of this. It's pretty, I love it. What I like really, you probably agree with me or not, Phalaenopsis flowers tends to last longer, which I love about. Oh, this one is isolating from the rest of its friends because heavily infested with thrips. If I'll turn around the leaf, look at that. Thrips just enjoying these plants so much, and it's flowering. It didn't stop itself from flowering. Look at that, and look at the flower. The scent of this flower, it's like, you know, mothballs. Yeah, it's a similar scent. Tiny one. I like the pink version of this, but I don't know where to put if I buy another orchids. And another one that is not flowered, but then it has some new growth, and this is, it's gone bigger, this flower, but it's just only given me 2. It's scented, this flower. Oh god, it's sticking together. Look, I nearly as well put this in over the hedge, but it flowered, so I might as well enjoy that one, so it better behave itself. This flower, honestly, this dendrobium, it's just so slow motion when doing its buds. It's just taking its time to form it, so I don't know if I'm guessing or will it show. So there's just only 2 node there that's showing off, and it's got new growth there as well. Look at that there. This is the hairy dendrobium, but then if you spray it, I'll spray it with to treat with my thrips, and it removes the hair, so that's the only trouble. And another one doesn't. Oh no, this is the sweet sugar that's just has given me flower with. I keep cutting the leaves of this fern. It just grew there. I don't know where it came from. It's just that it's spreading. You know the how the fern spread, and I could see in mostly of my pots, and it's can be annoying. I'll probably take it off. And there's another one that's planning to repot, and this one is just poor baby. Look at how it's been neglected. Can you see that? So I'm so ashamed to show you. I love this orchid, and this is like kind of magenta color, and that's a new growth and a new growth there. Going up, my Slougenia nitida, and it is flowering. Quite scented orchid. This is different kind of cotyledone, because after its flower and it go become a plant. I mean, like that, you know, some cotyledone shoot off and then that would dry up and then we'll shoot another growth on like late spring and have a new growth, and then winter season it goes sleep and try to produce new shoots of I mean for spikes. But this doesn't. This one will become into a bulb and like that. Anyhow, enough of it. So this is, it's been flowering, I mean open for quite some time, and I just love this orchid. It's yeah, tiny but a small plant. So if you buy this plant, if you buy cotyledone, try this one. I would suggest, because it's tiny but then it flowers. Never disappoint you, as long as when like if it's growing like this and it's got producing a spike, don't feed it because it'll become a bulb and then you will not have any spike. Yep, so spike first before bulbs. That's the aim, not have this growth and then it become a bulb. Spike and bulb, that's it. I don't know if you are with me with that, with my understanding. I'll try to show like this. Look, this is that's the new leaves. I become the leaves of the bulb. Yeah, are you with me? I God knows. So another one of my I know that the leaves is just cotyledone can be like this, but the thing as well is was just, you know, the pest that's annoying. And this is my Saigo, the angel, is it? Blue angel. And that is the new growth there. I'm hoping this new growth will have a spike because it did happen. This is just a plant that I bought. Look at this big bulb. I have truly disappointed myself because look at that big bulb. If that is big bulb, it would be a big plant and I got no room for it. My another cattleya that I'm trying to, God knows, and there's a new growth. And this is my my disappointment plant, Tolkien, and it needs watering, and that's a new spike there. It's only one of all. Oh God, here we go again, but never mind, I'm not go to details of the orchid. Another one's growing. This is my new one, which you have seen, the buckle Elizabeth buckleberry, and this is a new growth of it. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is nearly over the hedge. My twinkle, which is the orange ones, I love this orchid. Got new growth there. New growth will have new spikes. This is is it the red, the pink, somewhere there? Yeah, I think so. And it's got a lot of new growth, so expect for another spike. And this mama, which is, I like this one, my Baptistonia exinata. Yeah, that's Baptistonia exinata. I have seen growth there. Look at that. You see, it hates this plant does not like what's this, semi-hydro under my care, doesn't like it. And this is the other plant, my God, I'm lost, Dendrobium anosmum, which flowered, and it's only about 3 flowers, and I'll just put a picture on that side, and I haven't uploaded it. This is, look, just a drop of the flowers there. And my phalaenopsis, you know, the Jillian something, I think, if I'm not wrong, this is a Netherlands, what's this, made hybrid. And my dendrobium, it's big flower there, you see, that's just a flower there at the bottom, and new flower shoots, I mean spike, you know, flowers there. So hopefully it's gotten, I wonder if it's a growth, I'm not too sure, probably is. My dendrobium regentia, the two of them, and then this has been with me for a very long time, God knows. I don't know, I'm not saying anymore. My coleogyny, oh god, you know, like difficult to read. Louisendorf, that if I pronounce it right. These leaves is just so perfect, there's nothing wrong with it, and it is the new growth. I'm hoping there is a spike from it afterward. My coleogyny, you know, the blue one, and it was just so gorgeous, scented orchid. I just love this orchid, and it's got a new growth there, which for me a new growth is more flowers. And another one of my anosmum, the alba, I find this plant so difficult to look after. So I salute to those people who grow this orchid flowers to them. It just keep having new growth, God knows. And my coleogyny cristata, I have watered this plant. If you look at the bulb, it's shrinking. I did water it, so I don't need to water it again, because I think it's still heavy. And there's a lot of growth out there around this plant. If you could see what I would expect a new growth, look at that. From one bulb there is 2 new growth, which is, if there's 2 new growth, more spikes to come during winter time. So I am very chuffed to death. To death, an expression. Anyhow, we'll go around this way, and this is my another coleogyny. It didn't flower a lot for me, I don't know why, so I want to climb up. So where is the name? Where are you? There it is. Hang on. Intermedia. Yeah, that's her. It didn't flower for me a lot this year. I don't know why it won't drop. I'll leave it as it is for now until it drops its leaves. But it has few growth there. Yeah, those are new growth. And look at how it's spread so much on this spot. Another new growth there, another new growth there. This spot is the old pot from that coleogyny cristata. So there's few new growth. So I would love to have lots of flowers from this. I love this orchid. It's well scented as well. Right, we'll go to my dining room, and that would be the last one update for my orchids. I'll just span you around from what I did. A new setup. So that one was just there last time, that chair that I moved. So I sit there. Sometimes I have coffee and breakfast. I'll just show you, if I'll sit down, what would be my view. Never mind that stool. So this would be my view of where I sit down, and yeah, and I like it. I could see them, I could, you know, it's nice. So let's go. So this is a dining area, and this is what the orchids on the table, and it's still gloriously flowering. That's my spike now from the old spike, and it's fabulous. Isn't it just nice? See that on the dining table, and that's why I see this is where we eat. Well, where will you eat? Obviously in the dining table. So there's still flowering this. You see the difference when you fertilize your orchids with flower fertilizer? You see that big flower there, but then if you see that one is so tiny. Hang on. You see, this is my hand. I'll just put them in here to the end of my there. Yeah, and then if you see this, it's just big. You see the small one there, tiny. So yes, so if you it's worth it to buy a flower fertilizer. And it's growing, I think it's the small orchid, there's the white one, and they're all growing well. I've watered them, these plants. I'll try my best not to neglect them. So they're all having some spike. The other one there's have some spike. The other ones they're finishing. It's not worth to see it because it's just wicked. And they're still flowering there. And my she's gorgeous, she's well scented. I just honestly love the orchid. And there's a new flower open. I haven't shown you this. This is, I bought this orchid and then the original mother has died, and this is the new small plant from it, and this is her flower. So I don't know if you could love it. It's a different type of, doesn't catch the color. This is the, come again, hang on, a joy fairy tale. I like this orchid, it's beautiful. So there's another one there, another one that is the spike. If you have this, does yours have a lot of flower buds and a spike? Mine doesn't. It's normally just that. Sometimes a maximum of 4. So that's all I have. And this is just the miniature orchid. It's like bluish, but this color it's different. Yeah, somewhere like that. Hang on. Yeah, kind of like yeah, somewhere like that. That is the color of it. It's beautiful, quite deep. And that is all my orchids update for today. I hope you enjoy my videos. So do follow me and like and subscribe. And if you haven't, do share me your thoughts. Positive thoughts, please, if possible. And thank you for watching. I have to say goodbye and God bless. Look after yourself, spread love, and bye, and God bless. Bye.